Hello everybody and welcome back to I Was the Teenage Exocolonist. We are back with more. The Helios are here. We are no longer alone, but we're still going to be focusing on our girl Marz. We may see more of Rex as time goes on, but I plan to save the poly relationship between the three of us for Rex's run. I want to give the Helios as much attention as I possibly can, considering that the rest of the romances that we've done, you know, they're here for the whole time, but the Helios, Nomi and Rex, and Vase, only show up halfway through, so I'd like to give them as much attention as possible. It was easier with Vase, because we were able to combine his run with Anemones by doing all of the soldier stuff with her, and then doing her run right afterwards. But, now we're going to have to do other stuff to make sure that they get the attention they rightfully deserve. But first, it looks like Marz wants to talk to us, so let's see what's up. You find Marz frowning over a textbook on her holo. She flips through the pages with growing disgust, until finally she gestures angrily to dismiss the screen and then drags her hands down her face. Ugh, she exclaims, people totally suck. You slide into the seat next to Marz and she sighs. I told my dads about my plan to get the adults to adopt Kudos as a way to encourage the arts, and they got really weird about it. Like, they think it's a good idea, but then they told me I should read up about Earth's history. So I did, and you know what I found out? People suck. The whole reason we left Earth was because trading money for stuff was a bad idea. It made a few people rich and everyone else poor, and it destroyed all the culture, and people fought and killed each other over it. By the time our parents left Earth, almost everyone worked super hard and was super poor, while like 100 people barely worked at all and owned private spacecraft. That's so dumb! This colony is the closest humans have to income equality in the thousands of years, but we don't have any passion, and Earth's history is full of people with passion who end up turning into supervillains while everyone else starves, Marz says, crossing her arms. Is that all we're capable of? Really? She looks at you intently and puts her hand over her heart. I'm a passionate person, Yabby, she says. Is being a despot all I'm capable of? You're gonna have to work at it? Marz nods with conviction. You're right, Yabby. I'm glad I can always count on you to remind me to be better. There has to be a middle ground between austerity and inequality, Marz continues. I don't want to have everything while everyone else has nothing. Like, yes, obviously I want to colonize this stupid rock, Marz continues. I want massive cities and glass skyscrapers and flying cars. I want to not have to fight off aliens every year. I want to pave all over these skunky pollen trees and kill the stupid bugs. I want air conditioning. I just want everyone to have everything, even the stuff that the adults think doesn't matter. We can't live like animals just because of the boogeymen of our past. One day, I'm gonna be running this place, Marz says. Just you wait, Yabby. I'm not gonna let us fall into the same patterns we did on Earth. We have to take care of each other and master this planet, but we also can't forget what makes life worth living. Luxury. What do you think, Yabby? She asks. Do you think I'm on the right track? How do we avoid past mistakes? Well, Marz starts, then furrows her brow in thought. I guess I thought because we're already starting out equal, people would just be better. She frowns. You're right. It seems like wishful thinking, doesn't it? Well, at least I have you to bring me back to Earth. Vertumna. See, that reminds me again of the freaking Fairly Odd Parents episode. I think I've mentioned this in this run before, but that episode where Timmy, I totally wasn't going to say SpongeBob, I know my shows, where Timmy wishes for everyone to be exactly the same, and they are. They're just a bunch of gray blobs, but they still find ways to differentiate between each other. And it's sad that still happens, even when everyone's exactly the same, but that's exactly how it was going to be for Vertumna too, unfortunately. Unless we can make it better. Marz smiles and claps your shoulder. Thank you, Yabby. You always think of things I don't. I really appreciate that about you. So we need to make sure that we come back to this specific point, which was year 16, because there was a thing, I saw it before I clicked on the how do we avoid our past mistakes, where it was, I think capitalism is good actually, and I'm pretty sure that's how we get the merchant thing. We have to remember that for Rex's playthrough. Somebody said that Rex's ending, if you do the capitalist playthrough, has a very interesting dialogue, so I'm excited to see what that could be about. Alright, I should probably go check on Sim. Ooh, first I talk to you, then I talk to Sim. Ooh, first I give this crystal to Marz, then I talk to you, then I talk to Sim. My to-do list just got really big. Oh, it's my birthday! You consider snoozing until your parents wake up when your reverie is interrupted by, oh? It's Dees! Dang it, why are it— I'm sorry, Dees, I love you, but I was expecting Marz. I guess it doesn't help that I have friendship 100 with both of them. The AI was probably like, Oh! You watch the sunrise in companionable silence. You look down from the balcony and see Tammy and Cal walking hand in hand across the colony square. When they get to the lounge, they embrace. Wait, are they kissing? No way! Well, it was only a matter of time, honestly. They're together! Finally, Tammy isn't dead! There we go, I went back just so we could see the Marz one. Alright, someone knocking on the door. It's Marz! Happy birthday, beautiful, Marz says, breezing into your room and depositing air kisses on your cheeks. Mwah! Mwah! She steps back and tussles your hair. I'm loving this bedhead look, she says. Très chic. It's so cool to look like you don't care what other people think. She sits on your bed and primly crosses her legs. Speaking of what other people think, have you heard the gossip? Apparently Cal and Tammy are a thing now. It's true, I saw them cuddling in the lounge. Oh, I like that. Of course she shows up as like, happy birthday. Oh, your hair looks fucked up. I like it. Anyway, gossip time. That's so Marz. Alright, let's get started on the thing we opened up last time, assisting the governor. One of your first tasks as an administrator is to format the monthly report to Earth. It's full of boring, carefully formatted data. Seek is very specific about it and makes you redo it 3 times until you get it right. You drop off the report at the comms desk and realize that you've yet to be told how to process any reply from Earth. You wonder if they reply at all. Ask Seek, ask Lum, or investigate on your own. You know what? We're gonna do all 3 of these. And then I'll stick with investigate on your own, just because I'm very curious to say what Seek and Lum say. So I'm gonna reload. I'm just curious, because I've never done the assist the governor before. Alright, let's ask them first. A reply? Seek laughs. Sweet child, just consider yourself lucky we've never gotten a reply, or you'd be processing that paperwork too. You ask them why you even bother then. Because it's the correct thing to do, they reply. If they're still listening, this information will be vital for the Vertumna group to launch more colonists, once we have made a proper foothold here. If they're not, we have the pleasure of knowing we are not the ones who broke protocol first. Speaking of, you forgot to update the budget subtotals here, and this header should use a 10-point font. Thank you! Oh, see, come on! You're always giving me more work. Alright, ask Lum. Lum waves you away. Don't worry about that stuff, Yabby, he replies dismissively. That's far above your clearance level. He tells you to go refill his blep tea. You can't help but think he's trying to hide something, probably because he is. Or maybe his clearance level isn't high enough. God forbid he has any sensitive information. He wouldn't know what to do with it. Alright, fuck both of you guys. I'm investigating on my own. You sneakily read through the administrative HoloNet files you're allowed to access now. There's a huge backlog of messages, all dating from during the 20 years the Stratospheric was in space. You scroll through the preview text quickly, not wanting to draw too much attention to yourself. The majority of the messages are updates from the colony's allies in the Vertumna group, but every so often there's a message ordering the ship to cease and return to Earth, putting an end to their illegal emigration and return their stolen property. If the Vertumna group weren't outlaws on Earth before, stealing congruence and the gene tech definitely did the trick. These messages are angry. There are no messages from any time after the Stratospheric landed on Vertumna. Maybe nothing can get through the wormhole. Maybe the communication system was damaged, and it wasn't until the heliopause landed that communication could be restored. Or maybe both planets are just shouting into the void. It's impossible to say. That's true, that's kinda sad. We'll never know. I mean, it's probably good that we don't have contact with Earth, because they probably want to arrest and murder us all. But it's just, we'll never know. We're never gonna go back to Earth. We can never contact them again. We don't even know if they're getting our messages, and honestly, they probably aren't. My main girl, what's up? You're looking for Marz, so you follow the sound of arguing until you track her down outside the bridge. I can't believe how short-sighted you're all being, she fumes. Do you think we can just take this planet by force by killing everything that threatens us? It's like you've never thought about anything other than your own ego for 1 second in your stupid life. Who do you think you are? Lum roars. You'd all be dead in the ground if it weren't for me and my soldiers. We're the only thing standing between this colony and destruction. That's the problem, Marz retorts, sticking her finger in Lum's face. You only care about defense and not about growth. She gestures wildly all around her. This place is a backwater. There's nothing here worth protecting, she continues. We need to start thinking about economic and social policies that encourage growth and creativity, or all we're ever going to do is scrape by a miserable existence on this stupid fungus rock. What do you think we're doing? Lum counters. We can't grow until the enemy is defeated. There will be time for all of your... He waves his hand at Marz's extravagant outfit. Nice jewelry and fancy clothing when our work is done. He crosses his arms, looking smug. You think you can just walk in here and tell me what to do, little girl? You don't know the first thing about what it's like to run a colony. You just play pretend. At Marz's shocked look, he continues, Yeah, I know about you and your little club, Lump sneers. You're a rich little princess playing politics. You should go back to what you're good at, looking pretty. Marz can handle herself, I don't need to step in. At least I'm doing politics and not just jerking off with my buddies about killing things, Marz spits. If every eye in the room wasn't on her before, it sure is now. While Lum is sputtering, Marz tosses her hair over her shoulder and smirks. See, it's not so nice when other people do it, is it? Mudslinging politics is so old earth, she coos. But don't worry, I don't take your lack of class personally. Get out, Lum roars, and Marz turns on her heel and leaves command, grabbing you on the way out. Thank you, Marz, I didn't want to deal with him. He always wants me to make him more blep tea, as if he can't do it himself. Oh yeah, my dad's dead. Oops. Well, my dad's dead now. I am mildly sad, but it's okay. Let's go back to work. Virtunalia! Lum takes the stage to fanfare and applause. Of course he does. Oh, secret admirer. Who could it be? Alright, and as always, we're going for the talent show. Marz and Rex report to the stage for the all-talent extravaganza. Rex has nano-printed a guitar and bows deeply to Marz before taking the stage. I dedicate my performance to your beauty, milady, he says, and Marz giggles. Rhett plucks a simple but charming song about how the most important quality in a partner is confidence. Marz takes the stage after him and does... Well, you can't see it very well from the wings of the stage, but it seems to be some kind of interpretive dance about freedom? Autonomy? Whatever it is, it has some adults wiping away tears. What do? Juggling act. I'm gonna juggle some chainsaws. You start out small, just 3 balls, then 4, then 5, all the way up to 7. Then you switch out the balls for knives. The crowd is amazed. You win by a large margin of applause. I'm just that good. Now it's time to juggle hearts. Who's my secret admirer? I think I know. Marz is painting her nails outside of command, her head bobbing along to something only she can hear through her hearspeak. She shoots you a distracted smile when she sees you, gesturing to turn off her music. What's popping, Yabby? Someone gave you the data band. It might have been Marz. Are you my secret admirer? Marz grins mischievously. You figured it out, I knew you would. I like you too. Well, isn't that convenient? She brushes her hair off her shoulders and stands up straighter. When did she get so tall? You know, I think this colony needs is a power couple, she continues, so people can look up to us and think, wow, that could be me one day. She leans in and smiles charmingly. This close, her undivided attention is overwhelming. She has a way of making the rest of the world disappear. What do you think, Yabby? How about you and I show everyone else what they're missing? What, like dating? Of course, Marz replies, but before you all get mushy on me, Yabby, I'm not confessing my undying love here. She winks. I just think we're the hottest 2 people in the colony, and we should do something about that. I'm in! Then it's settled, she says. I'm glad you agree. I knew you had excellent taste. She leans in and kisses you, right there, where anyone could see. You hear Rex's wolf whistle from a distance, but Marz, of course, isn't ashamed. She just curls her fingers in your belt loop and pulls you closer. Dang, Marz! After a minute that seems like an hour, she takes your hand. Fair warning, Fair warning, gorgeous. I'm a demanding girlfriend, she says. Jewelry, clothes, sweets. I want it all. She lightly taps the tip of your nose. For now, though, I'll go easy on you. I've got the afternoon off. What do you want to do with it? My place. Your bedroom is so much nicer than mine, Marz complains as she sits on your bed. I hope you don't mind if we spend a lot of time in here. You and Marz make the most of your afternoon. By dinner, you have some pretty interesting new marks you'll have to learn how to hide. Making out! I don't think I've ever gotten that card before. Dang, we're already dating her. Most of the time, it takes until at least the last few years. Impressive! I actually have a headcanon. I like to think that Marz is Arrow. Like, she is not asexual, but she's aromantic, because they're 2 different things. So I think she likes the physical aspects of a relationship, but maybe not the emotional aspects of it, which is totally fine, and she goes with her own flow, which is great. That's just my own little headcanon, as an ace person. Ooh, the mood is somber as Marz calls the Secret Fun Times Club meeting to order. Anemone won't be joining us today, she announces. Or, probably ever again. She told me she's too busy with training and stuff, and she didn't want to do any more sneaking around. She sniffs dismissively. It's okay, she was kind of a square anyway, but we need someone else to replace her. Some of the Helio kids are pretty cool, she says. They like clubs and stuff, right? We should talk to them and see if they want to join the SFC. Marz stops and holds up her finger. Oh, and it's just SFC now. The Secret Fun Times Club was okay when we were little, but we're practically adults now. What about the new governor, Lum? Tang asks. I know he's technically an adult, but he's fairly young. It could be beneficial to have someone with actual clout on our side. Marz gives Tang a withering look. We already have someone important in the club, Tang, but thank you for your contribution. She crosses her arm and thinks, I mean, Lum's alright, kind of dumb, but like, you don't have to be as smart to be hot, you know? I can't believe Uticott just let him be in charge. I've listened in on some of his council meetings, and they are total chaos. It's like he has no idea what he's doing, probably because he doesn't. That's kind of mean, Marz, Tammy says. I'm sure he's trying his best. We should invite him over for snacks and tea and see if he needs help learning how to fit in, and, shouldn't we be trying to have fun? Not getting involved in politics? On that note, who do you approach to join the club? I'm gonna do both of these when I'm actually trying to romance them, but for now, I have nobody. You haven't really clicked with any of the Helio kids, and you know better than to suggest an adult. Yeah, no, I mean, if you're gonna suggest any adult, why suggest Lum? Ugh, at least suggest Utopia, that would make more sense. Oh hey, I completely forgot. Oh, Marz bounces up to you and gives you a kiss on the cheek. I've been thinking about you all day, she coos. Well, first, let me reward you for being amazing. You just always are, and then do you want to spend some time together? Marz lifts one eyebrow at you, smiling secretively. For you, darling? Of course. What did you have in mind? You have dinner. There aren't too many places in the colony you can take a cultured person like Marz, but you have a few tricks up your sleeve. You figure you can throw together a pretty good romantic dinner on your balcony for a girlfriend with luxurious taste. Marz smiles as you pull out her chair at the little table you've decorated with candles and fancy dinnerware. She makes appreciative oohs and ahs as you reveal dinner, which is gracious of her considering it's just food from the cafeteria. It's beautiful, she says as you tuck into dinner. It may be the same kind of food you've eaten all your life, but the company really elevates the whole experience. Aww! As chief administrator, Seek likes to think that they secretly run the colony behind the scenes. This manifests in them watching you very closely, suspicious of your motivations. To the adults, especially the older ones, you'll always be crash kids, not to be trusted with anything of importance. One day they pull you aside. Yabby, I need your assistance for a classified mission, they say. You're surprised. Seek never trusts anyone. Could this be a trap? Listen, we're gonna load it. I have to say what this is. Is this about your weird sculptures? Not another word! Seek kisses. I don't know what you're talking about. Sure you don't. Naked instance. Fine, but you can definitely trust me, for sure. Seek stares at you for a long time, as if gauging if you're really trustworthy. In that case, they say, looking around to ensure you're not overheard, I need you to run down to the depot and pick up some personal items for the governor. You nod and make note of the items. Wow, you didn't think people as young as Lum got hemorrhoids. Marz is overjoyed when you bring her the gossip and gives you a few kudos as a finder's fee. Within a day, word's gotten out on the HoloNet about Lum's unfortunate affliction. Lum is on the bend the next day, complaining about people spreading rumors and his image being tarnished. It really goes to show how disrespectful people are here outside of Earth's rule. Seek shoots you a smug look. They knew they couldn't trust you. Ah, the alarm! Alright, I'm hiding inside. Oh yeah, this was when the explosion happened. Oh no, our defense is low. Ooh, oh no. Oh no, I got burned. Oh, but we grew up. It's fine. It's okay that I got exploded. I'm looking cute, looking hot, and I've got a hottie right next to me right now. Alright, but we're coming into the penultimate years. We are almost to the end of our Marz run, but we've got plenty of endings we need to grab. So next year we're going to continue to assist the governor and possibly embarrass him even more if we can get more dirt on him. We're going to continue talking to our amazing girlfriend and see what else we can do. So until then, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. Remember to take care of yourself, spoil your beautiful girlfriend, and have a good day.